Hi friends, hello. Welcome to Crack UPSC CSC with India's largest online learning platform, that is Unacademy. This is Kiran Anichetti, faculty for Political Science, Public Administration, Polity, Issues in Governance, and Ethics. Friends, I have done my MBA from Usmania University. I have done my PG in Political Science and Public Administration. I have UGC NET in both the subjects, political science as well as public administration. I have taken UPSC prelims with public administration optional 7 times. In those days, when we used to prepare for civil service, optional used to be in prelims. 4 times I took my mains with public administration as first optional. Each time I scored more than 55% in public administration optional. I have more than 10 years of experience. I have taught Telangana STIS Study Circle. I have taught Telangana Minority IAS Study Circle. I worked with Narayana IAS Academy, Super 60 IAS Academy Hyderabad, Winex IAS Academy Vizag, and at present in offline I am working with Shine India IAS Academy, online Unacademy. If you have any queries, doubts, you can contact this number, my number. If you want any personal guidance as well, you can contact me 9652583905. 9652583905. Friends, today we are going to discuss very important issue, that is issues in center-state relations. If you observe the UPSC syllabus, especially the GS syllabus, after the change of UPSC syllabus in 2013, specifically you will find this terminology in the syllabus: center-state relations, issues arising out of them, parliament and its privileges, issues arising out of them, then local self-governing institutions, issues arising out of them. This is how, after the change of syllabus in 2013, the examiner is focusing more and more on issues. For instance, the issues related to parliamentary form of government. One is with regard to the privileges of parliament and the other is with regard to the decline of prestige of parliamentary form of government have been asked in recent times. Hence, friends, this topic is very important for civil services mains as well as, what do you say, in mains, GS, ethics and general essay. GS, ethics and general essay. From Unacademy, you will be getting daily live classes, live tests and quizzes, structured courses, then unlimited access to the videos on UPSC prelims and mains. You can prepare with the top educators of Unacademy, such as Mrunal Patel, Roman Saini, Mudit Gupta. You will be getting videos and course material on UPSC topics such as polity, issues in governance, economy, science and technology. You can subscribe for 12 months. 12 months, it will be 44,000. You use my promo code, that is capital KIRAN, you will get 10% discount. If you subscribe for 24 months, it will be all the more good. For 64,000, you will be getting 24 months subscription. Recently, Unacademy has come up with new subscription model, that is iconic subscription, which is characterized by personal mentorship, which is very, very important, friends, for the success in civil services. If you use my promo code, that is capital KIRAN, you will be getting personal mentorship from me with regard to optional subjects such as political science, public administration, with regard to GS, polity, issues in governance, ethics, and modern India. Apart from me, Unacademy will assign you a team of expert educators who will be guiding you personally. We will be giving our personal feedback to you. You will have daily mains questions. You will have structured schedule, live classes. For 1 year, it will be 57,600, and for 2 years, it will be 89,100. Issues in center-state relations. First and foremost, rampant misutilization of Article 356. This is the bone of contention between the center and state. Has been the bone of contention between center and state for the past many years. Rampant misutilization of Article 356. Why could be the reason that most of the times this particular article has been misutilized? Friends, you remember one thing. While discussing about Article 356, Baba Sahib Ambedkar says in Constituent Assembly that I hope, I hope that this particular article, that is Article 356, is going to remain dead letter, is going to remain dead letter in the Constitution. Is going to remain dead letter in the Constitution. But unfortunately, it is that article of the Constitution that has been misutilized for the most number of times. Till the Supreme Court's pronouncement in SR Bommai case, there have been many instances of rampant misutilization of Article 356. This Article 356 used to be used. The peculiar nature of our Constitution is that without any formal amendment of the Constitution, without any formal amendment of the Constitution, the federal form of India will be converted into unitary form of the Constitution by imposing this Article 3. Suppose, though Article 356 does not, what to say, negatively affect fundamental rights, but but it has more negative impact on center-state relations than national emergency. So national emergency may impact fundamental rights. Of course, it is very diabolical. But with regard to center-state relations, it is Article 356, that is President rule, which has more cascading, more negative impact on center-state relations. What could be the reason? Any idea? What could be the reason? It is because when President rule is imposed, Council of Ministers headed by Chief Minister will be removed from the office. The Council of Ministers headed by Chief Minister will be removed from the office. Hence, there will not be Council of Minister headed by Chief Minister. The executive, the political executive at state level is suspended, removed. President, that is the central government, directly takes the administration of the state in its hands through the governor. Second, the state legislature, either it will be dissolved or it will be kept in suspended animation. Either it will be dissolved or it will be kept in suspended animation. The state legislature, either it will be kept in suspended animation or it will be dissolved. But if you observe national emergency, though the state government functions subordinate to the central government during national emergency, for instance, a sub-inspector functions subordinate to circle inspector. जैसे वो दरोगा रहता है ना, वो इन सब जो रहता है वो दरोगा के नीचे सबॉर्डिनेट होके काम करता है. In the same way, the way sub-inspector functions subordinate to circle inspector, during national emergency, the state governments function subordinate to central government. But at least the Council of Ministers headed by Chief Minister will be in the office. No, they will be in the office. So they may be working subordinate to the central government, yet they will be in the office. But on the other hand, in presidential rule under Article 356, there is no Council of Ministers headed by Chief Minister, boosted from the office. Second, state legislature continue to exist during national emergency. Of course, the parliament can legislate on state subjects. Both the parliament and state legislature will be having the authority to legislate on state subjects. And parliament's law over state subject will prevail over the state law. But during president rule, the state legislature, either it will be dissolved or it will be kept in suspended animation. Either it will be dissolved or it will be kept in suspended animation. This is how Article 356 has more negative impact on interstate relations than Article 352. For these reasons, the central governments used to remove democratically duly elected state governments from the office in states. It used to happen many times during Congress rule. Unfortunately, even during Janata government, it happened. Janata government led by Morarji Desai. which was inspired by the great mass leader JP Jayaprakash Narayan. That Janata government also misutilized this particular article. It is most unfortunate thing. The situation went to such ridiculous extent. Tomorrow, the party which is in power at state level were to be routed in parliamentary elections. The newly elected government at the center used to dismiss the government at the state by using Article 356, saying that since you got routed in parliamentary elections, you do not have, what you say, moral turpitude to rule the state. Are you getting my point? For instance, before 2014 Lok Sabha elections, in Karnataka, Congress won Karnataka State Legislative Assembly elections with a huge margin, with comfortable margin. It won the state elections in Karnataka before 2014. Just before 2014, what you say, parliament elections. I think it was 2013, March or April, if I am not mistaken. Some 2-3 months here and there. Somewhere near the summer of 2013, Congress won Karnataka State Legislative Assembly elections with comfortable majority. After 1 year, in Lok Sabha 2014 Lok Sabha elections, the same Congress party which won state elections with comfortable majority was thoroughly routed in 2014 parliament elections. But thoroughly routed in 2014 parliament elections. Earlier, before the judgment of Supreme Court in SR Bommai case, if similar thing was to happen, that means in just 1 year before a particular party won the elections in state, next year the other party won Lok Sabha elections and this particular party got thoroughly routed. Using this reason, petty reason, the duly elected democratic government used to be removed from the office by using Article 356. That means in 2014 BJP party came to power at the center, and immediately BJP led government in center by using Article 356 will dismiss the Congress government which won the elections just 1 year before with comfortable margin from the office on petty grounds that you got defeated in parliament elections, so you lost the confidence of people. This is this is what you say, obtainable argument. Local elections are different, state elections are different, central elections are different. People are so intelligent that they will be voting at state assembly in one manner, at the center level in particular manner. For instance, if you take 2019 elections, BJP got defeated in Madhya Pradesh, in Rajasthan, in Chhattisgarh. Just 3-4 months, 5-6 months before 2019 Lok Sabha elections, all so-called political analysts, they were saying that BJP is going to lose this thing, that thing. But what happened? The parliament results entirely the other way around. In MP, I think Congress won one seat or so, Lok Sabha. In Rajasthan, the same thing. Even the sons of Chief Minister Kamal Nath, former Chief Minister Kamal Nath, and Ashok Gehlot's son, they were defeated. Of course, I'm not sure about Kamal Nath's son, whether he won the election or not, but Ashok Gehlot's son was defeated. That I'm sure. The results were entirely reverted compared to state elections. The factors which work at state elections are entirely different from those of center. तो मुद्दे असेंबली इलेक्शंस में रहते हैं, वो मुद्दे पार्लियामेंट इलेक्शंस में नहीं रह सकते हैं, वो दूसरे रह सकते हैं. So this argument is entirely untenable, totally untenable. This is how Article 356 has been misutilized in rampant manner, and this remains one of the nastiest bone of contention between center and state. But of course, kudos to Supreme Court because of its guidelines in S.R. Bommai's case. To larger extent, the misutilization of Article 356 has been stopped. Always remember, friends, the working of Constitution in practice always it depends. Always it depends not just on the constitutional document itself, but on other important factors such as like political conventions, such as uh, the pronouncements of Supreme Court, the laws made by the legislature. This is how working of the Constitution actually depends on these aspects. In this respect, with regard to Article 356, really the judgment of Supreme Court in S.R. Bommai case augurs well for cooperative federation in India. Then after Article 356, it comes Article 200, the rampant misutilization of Article 200, under which the governor of a state can reserve the state bills for the consideration of the president. I discussed the impact and significance of Article 200. Article 200 many in my previous videos with regard to the powers and functions of the president, and I made a specific 10 minutes video on constitutional discretionary powers of the president. Then the discretionary powers of the governor. We discussed many times the significance of Article 200. What is that? By using Article 200, the governor of the state and the president together can render democratically duly elected state legislature to defunct. Democratically duly elected state legislature to defunct. Both of them put together can make the state legislature to sink in atrophy. Now, once again, we will discuss Article 200 in a nutshell. The paradoxical thing about Article 200, most of Indian citizens, Indian people know, at least politically aware citizens of India, they know president rule has been rampantly misutilized. But large chunk of people in India, they do not know Article 200 also has been misutilized most number of times just after Article 356. Just Article 350. It is shame on the part of so-called prestigious print and electronic media, national media especially. They never ever highlight the misutilization of Article 200. They never ever highlighted the misutilization of Article 200. क्या होता है इस धारा 200 के अंदर? What will happen under Article 2? Under Article 200, the governor can reserve state bills for the consideration of the president. Article 200 basically deals with governor's assent to the state bills. It basically deals with governor's assent to the state bill. What does the article say? The governor can give his assent to the state bill, or he can send the bill for reconsideration, or he can reserve the bill for the consideration of the president, or he can reserve the bill for the consideration of the president. What will happen if the governor reserves the bill under Article 200 for the consideration of the president? First, the president has absolute veto power on the bills that have been reserved by the governor. President has absolute veto power only on two categories of bills. One is a private member bill. Private member means a non-minister bill in parliament. Second, the state bill that has been reserved by the governor for the consideration of the president. The state bill that has been reserved by the governor for the consideration of the president. That is first. Absolute veto power means the president can summarily reject the bill. The president can summarily reject the bill. Second, there is no time limit within which the president has to convey his reasons. There is no time limit within which the president has to convey his reason. Third, even if the president rejects the bill, he need not to state the reasons for the rejection. Because of these three reasons, because of these three reasons, because of these three reasons, the president and governor put together will have total control over state legislature. If the central government doesn't want any state bill to be enforced and act, if the central government does not want any state bill, what you say, to be enforced, to come into effect, even after duly assented to by state legislature, to the governor, it can stop that bill. Many times this has happened during Congress rule. Congress was notorious for misutilization of this Article 200. When Narendra Modi was Chief Minister of Gujarat, Gujarat government legislated one law. Since local self-governing institutions come under state list, hence Dadhan Gujarat government legislated a law. Whoever would not vote in local elections, whether panchayat elections or municipal elections, he had to state valid reasons why he abstained from voting. Otherwise, penalty will be imposed on him. The voter had to vote in local elections. Whomever he wants, he can vote. He had to vote. If he abstains, he had to state the reason. He had to state the reason. Otherwise, penalty will be imposed. What is wrong in that bill? अगर वोटर जमहूरियत में वोटिंग नहीं किया तो क्या करेगा? गधे की दान मांजेगा क्या वो? Voter does not vote in elections. What he will do in democracy? That is his responsibility. What is wrong in that bill? That bill was reserved by Dadhan Gujarat governor by using Article 200 in the name of violation of fundamental rights, that is right to freedom of expression. I don't know how come abstaining from voting will come under right to freedom of speech. In some democracies such as Japan, right, duty to vote is one of the fundamental duties, and if any citizen of Japan abstains from voting, that citizen will be punished. So this is how they scuttled many state bills. They killed many state bills by using Article 200. Now in Andhra Pradesh, there is a hue and cry about three capitals: legislative capital, executive capital, then judicial capital. Local BJP leaders in Andhra Pradesh, they are agitating against this three capital aspect. They say that they support Vijayawada, that is Amaravati, should be the capital. If they are really interested in that, they can cajole the central government to use this Article 200. The central government to use this Article 200. What will happen? The bill will be killed. That's it. Again, if the state legislature passes the bill, again the bill will be killed. You need not to state the reasons. You need not to express what you say your decision either. You can remain not acting on the bill. This is the significance of Article 200. After Article 356, Article 200 is also one of the bone of country, one of the bones of country. The mode of appointment and dismissal of the governor. The mode of appointment and dismissal of the governor. Generally, just a minute. Just a minute. The mode of appointment and dismissal of the governor. The governor he functions as representative of the central government. At the same time, he acts as the constitutional head. But but the mode of appointment of the governor, he is appointed by the president and he can be removed from the office at the pleasure of the president. He holds the office during the pleasure of the president. That means whenever central government wants the central government can remove the governor or it can transfer the governor to another state. The governor's expected term, that is 5 years, is not stipulated. It is not what you say. It is not what you say stipulated term. He can be transferred at any point of time. And the partisan manner in which the governor is acting. The partisan manner in which the governor is acting. We know the governor of the state in many instances acted at the behest of central government. Virtually, the governors are acting as the representative of the party which is in power at the center. We know the recent instances, like in Karnataka, one, uh, 2 years ago, when Congress and JDU formed the alliance, was going to form the alliance, the governor of Karnataka gave undue leverage to Yedurappa. He gave almost all 2.5 months to prove his majority, which is, what do you say, unconvincing. Immediately after the general elections, the majority has to be proved on the floor. But giving 2 months, it may be at the most 1 week or 10 days or at the most 15 days. But almost more than 2 months was given. These are all instances of the partisan manner in which the governor is acting. Then another bone of contention is institutions of All India services. What is the problem with institutions of All India services? Members of All India services, their immediate control will be in the hands of the central government, state government. But their ultimate control will be in the hands of central government. What is this immediate control and ultimate control? Immediate control means the authority to transfer, give postings, and authority to suspend. That will be in the hands of state government. But on the other hand, the recruitment, cadre allotment, training, serious disciplinary matters such as dismissal, removal from the service will be in the hands of central government. They will be in the hands of central government. So state governments blame that since the ultimate control of all India services will be in the hands of central government, they are acting as the agents of central government at the states. Then deployment of central forces in the state to maintain law and order. Sometimes, after the commencement of National Investigation Committee, now central government can directly involve into the investigation in states. The way NIA is involved in current gold scam in Kerala, and a few years ago, I think it was in 2015 or 16, there was bomb blast in 24 Pargana districts in West Bengal. The state government wanted to project the bomb blast as an accident which happened while manufacturing Diwali crackers. While manufacturing Diwali crackers, the accident happened. But immediately, without giving any intimation to state government, National Investigative Agency involved in the investigation. It was found that some Islamic terrorists from Bangladesh, they illegally migrated into West Bengal and they were manufacturing bombs to plant them to inflict huge casualties on people. So there was a tussle between center and state government at that time. This is how the center can deploy central forces to maintain law and order, or it can involve in investigation. Now, discrimination in allocation of financial resources. Discrimination in the allocation of financial resources. There are allegations that the central government is allocating funds to the states where the same political party is in power. For instance, if Congress is in power in center, then Congress will be allotting more financial resources to the state governments where Congress is in power. Or BJP now is in power in center. BJP will be allocating, the central government will be allocating more resources to the state governments which are run by BJP government. This allegation is leveled by state governments. This is also one of the important issues in center-state relations. The next one, appointment of inquiry commissions against chief ministers. Many times, inquiry commissions are constituted by central government against chief ministers. With regard to former chief minister of Himachal Pradesh, his daughter's wedding was going on. Next day, the wedding was going to happen. Today, just one day before, there were CBI raids and income tax raids in his residence. So this is also one of the bone of contentions between center and. Thank you, friends. Use my promo code, that is capital KIRAN, and get 10% discount. If you have any queries, any doubts, you please subscribe to my Telegram channel, that is quality_with_Kiran Anishetti. Thank you. Thanks a lot.